necromancer Mortanius offered me a chance for vengeance, and like a fool, I jumped at his offer without considering the cost.
Today we're talking about and playing Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, the original. If you've been watching the channel lately, you'll have seen that I'm on a bit of a Legacy of Kain kick. Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered are, well, if you watch the video, you know how I feel about them. Spoiler, I love them. And today we're going to play the game where it all started. So I might have some useful insights, I might not. Either way, we're going to play. Right, very cool. Oh, nice. Rewind, load, and save. Oh, okay, now that's the quality of life feature I like. Presets, video, aspect 4:3 for 16:9. Now this takes me back. Holy crap. As I said in another video, my first time playing this game was just mind-blowing. Silicon Knights. Lots of stories about them on the internet. They really wanted that title card. All right, so the big thing that I'm really wondering about is if there's help with the load times, because that's always kind of been my big issue with this, is the load times are just atrocious.
There is a magical operation of maximum importance. The initiation of a new aeon. When it becomes necessary to utter a word, the whole planet must be bathed in blood.
I'm looking forward to a future video where we can talk about the implications. And this is the Seraphan Massacre of the Vampires, which prompts... If you've played Soul Reaver 2, you'll know where Malik was. Malik!
Call your dogs! They can feast on your corpses!
So one thing I love about Soul Reaver is it has kind of proved to be timeless. Blood Omen, though, it's very much a 90s game.
For fulfilling the circle, Malak of the Sarafan, you are hereby damned.
You sound familiar?
The pleasures of the flesh are no longer yours. You have but one purpose, damned warrior. You will serve us for eternity.
Dun dun dun. One thing that was kind of smart is they didn't tell us how much time has passed between those two events that we saw.
The tavern's closing. Best be on your way, stranger. What? No mug of ale for a weary traveller from distant Corhagen? I can reward you well, for I am of noble blood. I stay open for no man in these dark times. Things come with the night that no sane man would welcome. and so I left, cold of heart and soul, forced to the road and the long, bitter night.
So, there's a lot to talk about here. Even though the game is very, very firmly entrenched in its whole 90s aesthetic, the dialogue is still fantastic. It's definitely a much better story than I think anybody expected to get out of a video game in the 90s, and myself included. Oh no.
That's him! Hey, Victor! End it! Now!
So much for that power fantasy.
They victors, suffering to the conquered. Ironic that now I was the one suffering. Not anything as pedestrian as physical pain, rather the cruel jab of impotent anger. The hunger for revenge.
Hard dialogue.
I didn't care if I was in heaven or hell. All I wanted was to kill my assassins.
Man, I love Simon Templeman. He's just the best.
Sometimes you get what you wish for. The necromancer Mortanius offered me a chance for vengeance, and like a fool, I jumped at his offer without considering the cost.
Seems legit.
Nothing is free, not even revenge.
You will have the blood you hunger for.
But yes, another character voiced by the amazing Tony J.
I awoke to the pain of a new existence, in a dank womb of darkness and decay.
So now, here we go. We're gonna go and do some vampire things. Feels very much like the old school Zeldas. Here's the highlight. Man, I seriously cannot tell you how shocking these things were back then.
Reputed to have been ripped from the chest of the greatest vampire to have ever existed, Janos Audron, the heart of darkness restores vampiric unlife. Life is precious, Janos discovered, as it was torn, throbbing and bleeding from his own body.
See Soul Reaver 2. Pushing rocks, vampire pushing rocks. This game has day-night cycles, and they do absolutely affect gameplay.
This ancient vial bears with it a dark gift indeed, for with it my life force is increased.
And also, this is the first video game I can remember where you could suck the blood of helpless victims. Like so.
These ancient symbols of power contain raw magical energy that increases my own capacity to summon energy for the spawning of spells.
Little tutorial explanations have never gone harder than they do in the Legacy of Kain series.
Within the walls of these chambers I could find respite. And if I so chose, resume my journey when my weariness abated.
I love in-world lore explanations for little game things. Things moved at a slower pace back then. Case in point.
When rainfall comes, vampires are wise to find shelter from its acidic touch.
That's right. So Legacy of Kain vampires are actually hurt by water. Rain is painful, as we could see, and immersion results in death. Usually. As we've seen in Soul Reaver. But you're not going to keep me inside when it's dark out. Probably shouldn't drink that blood. Ah. Delicious. That's 3. All right, let's spark a comment debate. Is Kain mispronouncing Ve Victus Or is it Way Victus? Personally, I think Way Victus is much cooler, but I'm no Latin expert. Tell us what we got wrong in the comments. Helpless victim number 4. And trial and error. Hit the switches until something happens. Kill.
These curious devices hurl bolts of whirling energy and eviscerate my human enemies by stripping ragged flesh from blood-stained bone.
It's called Flay. That's 5. 6, I think. I don't know. I'm going to lose track of this real fast. You know, I've played Soul Reaver 2, and I happen to know that Janos Audrin only had 1 heart.
Look at his black heart. How it still beats.
I'm just saying.
The world had changed to my eyes. I had not expected such cruelty from the light. For in the embrace of the sun I could find no comfort, only malice. This would change in time for the worse, along with other things.
And that's another Legacy of Kain vampire thing, is the sun, and they're more like orcs in that the sun is simply cruel to them. And it's very difficult for them to be outside during daylight, but it's not fatal. With some notable exceptions in Soul Reaver.
Hunger and weakness are no bar to vengeance's call. I would find my slayers and send them back whence I came. Bay Victor!
There he is! Kill him! That's it, sir. If we put you down once, we could do it again.
Their sneering faces were forever etched upon my memory. I had crossed death for this moment. My mind was empty save for one thought. I would kill. What trickery is this? There is no greater release than that from vengeance sated. With my assassins dead, my quest was over.
That was fast. Shortest game ever. All right, great. Well, that's...
'Tis not over, Kain.
Oh, there's more you say. Never mind.
These fools were merely the instruments of your murder, not the cause. Look to their masters. Look to the pillars. And gain way to the fortress of the mind.
Oh, so it's not over. Okay. All right, I'm just milking this joke to death. And so now, I'm going to go murder everything. Yeah, let's have a talk with that barkeeper who didn't want me in there. Very convincing scream. Hey. Hey, I'm talking to you. Hey. Hey. I really want this guy to get a message. Message received. That's for not letting me stay the night. Flay, queen, flay. I love that people just have these flay projectiles sitting in their houses. In these really weirdly oversized barrels, too. Once again, video game logic.
The necromancer had offered me no warning as to what my resurrection would entail, and yet I must confess in my haste I had not sought one.
Whoops.
Was his gift a curse? I would seek the pillars for an answer.
Oh, yep, see? Water scorches like acid.
Bay Victus!
Oh, whoops. Could have used that meal, but no, I had to throw a flay. I love his laugh. Also, I love that the knife throwers have this, like, ballistic launch sound effect.
The Pillars of Nosgoth. Even in life, few sights have moved me such as this. I marvel that such beauty should grace our dying world.
I'll just step into the teleporter that's always been here.
Nopraptor, your madness has shattered our dreams and blinded
And
you.
Ariel is played by Anna Gunn of Breaking Bad.
Keep your distance, or I'll send you back to hell, spirit!
There is nothing left of me to fear, vampire. I'm only a shadow of my former self, Ariel, the balance of the Circle of Nine. Even so, I can provide the answers you seek.
I seek only a cure.
There is no cure for death, only release.
This deal's getting worse
You
all
must
the time.
destroy the sorcery that is now poisoning Nosgoth. Only then will you realize peace. The 9 of the Protectors of Hope were sworn to use their powers to preserve our world. Now these pillars have been corrupted by a traitor. My murder at the hands of this beast drove my love Napraptor mad. Now he spreads misery and pain among the Circle, crumbling the very foundation of Nosgoth. You must restore balance. You must right the Pillars of Nosgoth.
I care not for the fate of this world.
Then for yourself, Kain. Beware the unspoken.
Also beware of Ted. He's cooking the books.
Napraptor, with his blind act of vengeance, threatened to destroy all of Nosgoth. Each Circle member was bonded to the pillar he served. The pillars reflected the mental state of their servants, and as the minds of the Circle degenerated and descended farther into dementia, the pillars crumbled. To restore them, each member of the Circle had to die, and the artifact that served as their link to the pillar had to be returned. Only when all the pillars were restored did Ariel claim my curse would end. And so, my hunt for Napraptor began.
Fine.
These beacons serve as landmarks during my flights in bat form. Once I have committed their locations to memory, I can always return. In bat form, I can travel great distances with ease. From my vantage in the heavens, no region of Nosgoth is forbidden to me.
Bit!
Bat!
It does take forever to get anything done.
Bay Victus!
Nom nom nom. Slurpity slurp. I would assume that there will be a spell in here that will allow me to cast a light of some sort. Exploding skeletons again. I hear food. Ah, helpless victim number 7, I think. And number 8.
While it is true that natural light weakens a vampire, magical light can have many uses indeed.
It's very handy that it just perfectly illuminates absolutely everything in the frame. 9?
Help me, kind
10? 11? 12? I do love the distance blood sucking. I wonder if that was a game tech thing or a creative decision. 13? I don't know. I'll keep tracking the edit. Not 100% sure what I'm doing by pushing the buttons, but I seem to be doing something. Oh, yeah. Get going from 2 directions at once. Forget I said that.
Please, help me, kind sir!
Yeah, I totally lost count. I do end up tanking basically everything. With all this food laying around, how could you not?
Night dawns, and with it, the vampire grows stronger.
Bay Victus!
Oh yeah. So strong I hit him enough times and I don't get to feed. I don't even know what that was. I say as if I've never played this before. Man, this floor guy, he's got some weird taste.
My lupine form enables me to move like lightning and leap over obstacles barring my path, but the guise of the wolf brings with it its own kind of hunger and rage.
See, that's something I'd love to see in another Legacy of Kain game is, yeah, let's get some more shape-shifting. Yeah, bark at the moon. Werewolf that can drink blood from a distance. I mean, come on. You know, when I was 16, I loved the werewolf form. Still love it. Yeah, that's nice. Don't jump in the water. For the time, this was an extremely pretty game. Yeah, great music, totally atmospheric. I love it. So totally 90s. Yeah, I'm going to stay in this form as long as I possibly can. These werewolves are tight. Yeah, definitely don't smack a wolf while he's eating. That's not smart. Oh, I ran out of magic. Okay.
Bay Victor!
Slurp, slurp. What have we here? What magical power shall I acquire in this dungeon? He's got a sword on a rope. And is extremely annoying. Oh, I'm coming for you.
The energy bolt employs magical force in its rawest form. A messy spell, but a potent one nonetheless.
A great description, which I will now demonstrate. Trying to do my best Kain laugh. Nope. The heart of darkness. You hear that a lot. You are weak. You must feed. All right, there's food right over there. Food. It's a person, Ben. No, it's a video game. Ah. Oh, that's some Dark Souls stuff right there. There we go. It's a pretty Zelda thing to do, is to put you in a dungeon where you acquire a power and then make you use the power to get through it. It's nice that a lot of these put that at the very beginning, so it's like the whole time you are working on that power. There we go. Trial and error. I love the fly apart effect in this. It's so much fun. Case in point. That is the thing about the day-night cycles, is you've got to be able to count your swings with your particular weapon. At the beginning, this game is very linear, but when you start being able to fast travel as a bit, it is it does get fun when you can explore more places. Ooh, like for instance, we can stay in the main path, or shape shift and go over here.
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us.
Blood of ages.
Your strength.
Trophies!
For our blood enhances.
I honestly didn't know about that. That's awesome. How long is it going to take to platinum this now? As long as it takes. I don't know why you find this entertaining at all. I really don't.
The village of Nachtholm was typical of Nosgoth peasantry. Yet amidst the farmers and smithies of the quiet country life prowled brigands and cut purses.
Haughty Kain. I love that they have this 90s font on this medieval sign. Okay, seriously? You're probably asking if I'm just going to sit here and take this. The answer is Hey, how do you know I'm not into it? Okay. Wow. My aim's as bad as hers. Thank you. And they're really pushing their luck, aren't they? Obviously wasn't the first game to allow evil options, but it was the first game that I remember playing where I could be evil. Same font. Hey, at least that's a different font.
Of all the methods I employ, this is perhaps the cruelest, causing my victim's body to shrink on itself, crushing bones and rupturing organs till the pressure inside bursts the sack of fleshy skin, spraying its contents for all to see.
Meta! Actually, I have a guitar right there. I should just grab it. Anyway, the first time I did this was a little surprising. In French, we call that a cauchemar. My French is awful, by the way. Don't ask me to speak it. Oh, nope, don't go in there. Hey, pal, I want to buy something. Fine, you don't get my business. I don't have any money anyway. Oh yeah, there is a map. World map, let's look. Gonna have to go back into town and get some food. See, I've only been playing this game for an hour and I'm already a sociopath. The most convincing scream. Boy, it's a good thing you had your shovel handy. Okay, there we go. That feature is super handy when you can only see a little bit of the screen at a time. All right, I'm pretty sure you can break these, but not till later. What's in this cave?
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us.
I really wonder what the peasantry think of these places.
The rain will do you no harm,
Oh, nice.
for our blood preserves.
The town of Stenchen Crow bore with it the infamous aroma of its inhabitants. In life, I would not have graced the place with my presence. In death, I merely added to the stench.
I love how haughty Kain is. There's a joke in here somewhere. All right, I'm pretty sure I'm berating a brothel now. Yeah, it's a brothel. I do ask that you don't judge me by my actions in-game. If I can do it, I probably will do it. Besides, they seem so terrified. Yep. That is one of the nastier weapons. That's right, during the daytime, I gotta swing a lot more. I mean, come on. Oh, I wasn't really joking before, but I'm dead serious now. Yep, that's a brothel. Oh. Okay. So it's a brothel / house of horrors. Horrors.
Be kind, sir.
All right, I'll help you. Dang it. I was trying to get them all three at the same time. Phrasing? I just want to be very clear, this is not a killing prostitutes thing. This is a vampire thing. I'm a brand new vampire. I have no control over my appetite. Also, I'm kind of a prick. Sneering, that's another good adjective for Kain. Oh. Well, this is interesting.
One must be wary in dealing with the spirit forges. The wraiths and shades that inhabit them offer items beyond mortal dreams in exchange for a sampling of your blood.
Ah.
The wraithsmiths forge their items with forfeit souls.
Shed your blood for me, and these artifacts will be yours.
Sure, I'll trade some blood. Why not?
So, you come to the Spirit Forge for help, do you, vampire? Trade your secrets for the blood of the dead, I will.
Once again, I love the dialogue. I will probably say this a million times over the course of this playthrough and while we're doing Legacy of Kain content, but the dialogue is the best. I love it. Probably need to do some rampaging around in town. One of the brilliant things about the storytelling in Soul Reaver is that, especially after playing Blood Omen, we definitely believe that Kain is just a petty tyrant. He acts like it, and a lot of us play him like it. Right? Come on. Was verbinden? My German is even worse than my French. Got lots of helpless victims. I'm gonna wait on those. Oh, sweet, demons. Oh, oops. Alright, gonna have to remember this place. There's a demon blocking the way. There's a lot of helpless victims. I'll need a strength upgrade for those, it looks like. Yep. The mace, that's what it is that we get. We can smash things.
The gypsies, purveyors of distrust and superstition. Most of their babble should be taken with a pinch of salt, since the gypsies often tinker with weary travelers' minds. However, a few gypsies have something interesting to say.
Yeah. Old stereotypes. Old stereotypes. That's the thing about the loading screens. You do get used to them eventually. It's just annoying.
Wasserbund lay,
Wasserbund.
its glory now stained and faded, a faithful child in the looming shadow of Nupraptor's retreat.
Almost enough raptors. Taken long enough.
There are benefits to traveling beneath a human guise. The threat to my person is lessened, and much information can be gleaned. However, the illusion is flimsy, and any act of aggression on my part can break the spell.
Ah, disguise. Excellent. Oh, it's form. That's why. It's a little clunky, I won't lie. I'm disguised as a filthy peasant.
The trading caravans from Avernus did not show up this week. Very strange, you know.
Yes, very strange. Regular human alcohol, please.
Something's not right. The pilgrims go in, but I ain't never seen one come out.
Nupraptor's keep lay west of Wasserbund. I would seek to cut the cancer from its heart. At times, my magic extends into very exotic disciplines, such as the manipulation of time. I am able to slow time down so I can move about, quick as a wolf, while all others move as though they were mired in mud.
Which, for this game, is saying a lot. I love this game. It's just old and slow, like me.
Napraptor had servants. One day, one escaped the keep and stumbled into our village. Mad he was, and his skin and hair white as a sheet, scared out of his wits.
Ooh, world building. And then there's this.
Ouch! Hands off, you ugly oaf.
Will it be sword, shield, hooving?
Whoops. I'll just take this, thank you. I really need more magic. Gonna hit some local citizenry if you're not careful with that thing. Ouch. I'm just gonna go in here. Hide from the big halberd dudes. Don't judge me.
The wind carried screams from the west. I couldn't help but smile. Someone else in this world was suffering more than I.
That's Kain for you. All right. These guys are a little bit bigger risk than I want to take, so that's right, bunch up. Very efficient way to take care of them. Yeah, it's efficient, but man, I need to eat. I'm hungry. Open the gate.
The heart of darkness.
All right. Man, these halberd guys are just rough. Suppose I could use the time thing, but that seems very, oh boy. Okay.
The gaping maw of Napraptor's retreat rained upon Nosgoth all his pain and misery. The disease begged to be cleansed.
There we go. There's our save point at Napraptors. All right. Well, that's the first hour and a half or so of Blood Omen. It's not a fast-paced game, but it is really fun, and I've enjoyed it for quite a long time. We'll probably play some more. I don't know. We'll see. Tell me how you like this, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more. If you like what you saw, do the things.